Good morning. Happy Friday. Today is Friday and I think we're gonna have to go home today, guys. I'm so sad. We're actually gonna head home. We won't go home. We won't be actually to the marina until Sunday. But it's a beautiful morning. We came up on the flybridge to have a cup of coffee. And we're gonna head out here soon. We gotta load the bikes, get the dinghy loaded. You can hear a captain coming. But yeah, we're gonna head down to Sabine Pass today, so we shall see what holds for us today, if anything. Hopefully. We are preparing to disembark from this pier, this park, and I am making margaritas. I'm gonna go ahead and make them now, just because it's a little bit easier and I have time. So, just for a little side note, I take a can of limeade, frozen limeade. I mix it in a bowl with a can of tequila and a can of triple sec. So you dump the limeade in a bowl or a pitcher, and you put a can of triple sec and tequila, whichever kind you like, and it makes 2 pitchers. And so I saved the leftover mix. I put it in the freezer, and so I always have it ready to go. So I just filled my little margarita machine up with ice. I'm going to fill this up and then make some margaritas for the road. We're going to be traveling today and tomorrow, so it will be nice to have some frozen drinks ready to go while we listen to some Jimmy Buffett and just chill. So yeah, I'm excited about the next couple days, just being with Sean and making our way slowly back to Kemah. Getting everything packed up. Yeah, got the water, filling our water tank. It's done, so I'll go finish that for you.
Hey, if you want to get here and handle this,
okay.
I'll turn the water on.
Okay, sounds like a plan. So we've got our water tank filled. Got the bikes loaded. He's got the dinghy loaded and covered. So I think we're just about ready to head on out of here. I think it's about 10 o'clock.
Okay, that's everything in here.
Good too. Well, we're only about maybe 30 minutes into our ride, and it's beautiful. We've got a nice breeze. Sean got a really nice steak lunch over there that his first mate made him. We've got some margaritas, some cherry Pepsi. We're good to go. Mr. Captain, what do you think?
I think it's going to be okay. We are now in the ICW.
What you got with you?
We're outside of, we came down Calcasieu River and then into ICW, heading west. Something that I want to talk about too is whenever we go to different cities or different areas, we meet a lot of people. And what's good about that is you can learn what the local issues are as far as getting out of the channel and that kind of thing. There's a lot of local knowledge that's helpful, and also to know where the marinas are, what the best marinas, the haul-out places.
Well, they struggle there with marinas.
They struggle with marinas. They don't have hardly anything there, and it's sad because they have a lot of good people there. But you know, we always try to call ahead to the next marina, make sure they have a spot for us. If they don't have a spot for you, you could be in a bind. You have to go anchor out or whatever. And I really wouldn't mind anchoring out because the weather's not bad. But it's just so hot. You just don't want to be having your generator running, trying to keep the AC, keep it comfortable inside. But on the other hand, while we're traveling like this, when it is this hot, we do run our generator and our AC so we can keep the inside of the boat comfortable. Because if it gets too hot inside the boat, I'll get chocolate and everything else.
Chocolate.
I just got chocolate.
We know what he's concerned about, people.
Oh, my chocolate milk. I bought some from the Golden Nugget last night. But also, if it gets hot in there, it takes a while to cool it off and that kind of thing. And if it's hot out here, you go down there for 5 minutes, drink some water, eat some chips, or whatever, just to get a break from the helm and to get out of the weather and get in the cool, the AC. Kind of revives you. Also, coming down the areas you're not familiar with. Like, well, I've never been in the Calcasieu River before. So coming down through there, I would monitor my AIS, which I use a Vessel Finder on my phone. It's an app called Vessel Finder. And if I'm going around turns and I'm passing a barge or whatever, before I go to pass that barge, I'll look and make sure no vessel's coming on the AIS. That way I feel comfortable making the turn. If not, I'm not going to try to do it. And at that intersection there, at the Calcasieu River and the ICW, there's a lot of traffic there. There's got to be 100 barges on the side waiting to be transported or whatever. And there's a lot of people hooking up the barges, trying to move them around, so there's a lot of traffic. So I generally try to go slow through that area, about 7 knots or so I don't wake anybody, because there's some little work boats and boats like that moving around, so I try not to wake them. And if you start to get this side of Galveston, you really need to be on channel 13. That's where all the that's where everybody's riding going through there. So most of it is just planning the trip and that kind of thing. And like at home, I try to keep 1 or 2 gallons of oil on the boat and 1 transmission fluid, 1 power steering or whatever. We do a trip like this, I probably triple it just to make sure that I have plenty of everything.
And you checked our fluids and stuff, right?
I checked all the fluids and we cleaned the sea strainer for the air conditioner, and it was kind of bad, but it wasn't awful. Because we went through a lot of foliage or whatever is floating in the ICW. The last thing you want is that thing getting jammed up and high pressure going off. So anyway, I'm catching up to a barge here. Look, he's got two or 4 of them on. I can't tell. So I'm gonna look at my app in a minute, make sure nobody else is coming, and
He's got to get serious, people.
we're gonna hammer on and get around him.
Okay.
One thing good about, I don't run very fast. I'm doing 9.3 now. I've been running about 9, up to 10 maybe. When I do get around them, I'll go to pass them. I'll run up to about 13 knots just to get around them and back it back down. Also, you have to watch out for a lot of stuff in the water, especially if a storm came through, or that area back there where all those barges were stationed. There was 2 about 4 foot sheets of plywood floating, and you get that sucker, you end up in your prop, you won't like it. So,
Well, like this morning, we were getting ready to leave, and we were packing up and everything, and that really nice guy that we met at that meeting, Gary, he stopped by because he knew we were at the marina there, or the city docks, and he came and spoke to us, and we hung out with him for a while and got to know him. And he's like, well, if y'all need anything on your trip back, we're not far, let us know. So it's always nice to know people between here and there. That way you have more people to call and contact. And
if you have an issue with your boat, or you need oil or something, somebody can kind of show you where to go and who to help or whatever.
And how would you recommend meeting people? We just meet them at the pier, right?
A lot of times we just meet them at the marina, and Cindy made these boat cards, and come to find out, a lot of people have boat cards, and you can exchange your information with people. And next time I come to Lake Charles, all those guys that I met, I want to text them and kind of meet up with them and see what's new in town, and
yeah.
And that kind of thing. It's very, very nice people. Everybody wants to be helpful. And we went to that meeting the other night, and every one of them have way more experience boating than we do. Most of them have been doing this 20 or 40 years. So, and we can always learn something from those people.
Yeah. Cool.
We learn something every trip.
Nothing really happening, just cruising along, enjoying life. Alright guys, we are coming into what I believe is Bridge City area.
and there's a lot of tugboats and towboats and ships. We did see a ship coming around the bend here, so we're going to see if it's coming through. Sean pointed it out and said, I think he might be coming this way. I'm like, I don't know, maybe I need to video this. So sorry it's so windy, guys. But the wind is good. The wind is nice. I'm going to see if I can step back a little bit and maybe get out of the wind. I'll show you from the stern view. Got a beautiful wake going. Can't beat that, right? I'm proud of that wake. Yeah, that ship is coming through, Sean. You were right. Question is where is he going? Good deal. He appears to be going over to the starboard side, so captain was watching. I guess he paid attention and knew what to do, and he knew to stay over to the port side. Perfect. Perfecto. I do believe that is the Rainbow Bridge. I'm 99.9% sure. I could be wrong, but hey, I've been wrong about other things. All right. That's a pretty day. So, look at this. Looks like there's a fire out there. I guess there's land, obviously, but that's a little strange. I have no idea what's going on there. But we just passed that big, beautiful ship, and we're cruising on through, and everything's great. Everything's fine, in case anybody's wondering. We are heading and pushing forward to Sabine Pass. Alright. It's been a great day. Thanks for watching. Pretty uneventful day. Just chilling. Sean, you got anything to say?
No.
No.
I think 14 miles we'll be there.
We got 14 miles to go?
I think so.
Okay.
92 tomorrow.
92 miles tomorrow. Okay. Well, we are going to stop and then, of course, finish our trip tomorrow. It's been a good ride. It's been hot, but we've had a nice breeze. Sean's head's been nice and protected over there.
Yeah. In the last hour I had to put it on. It was starting to get pushed.
Do you have a joke of the day?
No.
Perhaps you could.
I could.
Okay. All right, Sean, you got some jokes?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Why don't eggs tell jokes?
I don't know.
That they would crack each other up. I have another one.
Okay.
Why don't skeletons fight?
Why don't skeletons fight?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because they don't have the guts.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't say they were good ones.
That's pretty cool though. Those are pretty corny jokes, Sean. I like them. You have another one, Sean?
I have a lot of them.
Okay, what's another one?
What do you call fake spaghetti?
Fake spaghetti?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then pasta.
And pasta. Alright, get him off the dance floor, people. He's no longer welcome.
Why did the math book look so sad?
Why did the math book look so sad?
It had so many problems.
He's stealing these off the internet, people.
No, they're all up here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, those were great jokes, Sean. We appreciate them. Very, very funny. We're coming into Sabine Pass. That is I believe Sean said it was LNG plant that's being built. It's been being built for a while. It's a lot of work. A lot of industry. We just saw about a family of like maybe 6 dolphins. I was hoping they'd show back up, but maybe not. I think Sean's proud of that wake. Sometimes I catch him sitting on the stairs just looking at it as we're traveling. We are pulling back into the Sabine Pass Port Authority. I called earlier. Of course, they always have places for people to stay. So he said, come on. I'll video this view since I did earlier, or the last time I did from up top. Sean says it's very hard to, not hard, but it's like an S shape to get in here. And we do have a little bit of a wind, but once you get in there, I don't ever feel any wind, so I think once we get in here, it'll be okay. So you can kind of see what we have here on the starboard side. Here's the port side. So you can kind of see the difference. Try not to go too fast. And there's the fuel dock. And there's the T head that we're going to go to. Alright, I'm going to go throw some fenders off and get ready. Our starboard engine is not wanting to start. It's about 6:30 on Saturday morning. We're in Sabine Pass, trying to leave, and that engine's not acting right, as you can tell. We did come up with the idea to put all of Sean's tools underneath the couch or the salon here, the settees. Whew, scared me. We are going to walk up to the excuse me, not the field dock, the attendant place and speak to them. Take our trash out. See if they have any suggestions on a mechanic in this area. Told Sean I think that might be a little Roadrunner. He's awfully cute. So this is what the other side of the Sabine Pass Port Authority looks like.
The water's over there. The grass is over here. Don't fall into that hole, babe. A little sketchy. So it does appear that we are going to try and change out the fuel filter. We did this not long ago. It looks like 623 we did it, but we're going to do it just to see if that's what it is, because Sean says it acts like it's not getting any fuel. We did call a couple different mechanics. The place here said there's nobody out here that works on these kind of engines. Inboards, they only work on outboards. So we called some mechanics in Kemah. We're about 70 miles away from Blue Dolphin. I'm assuming that's by car. And we're not real sure if we're going to end up having to get somebody to come Monday and fix the boat, tow it back, drive it back. We don't know what we're doing. So we're going to see if we can fix something. Or Sean's going to see if he can fix something himself. And then we'll go from there. Told Sean we couldn't have got stranded at a place that had nothing less than this. There's no restaurants. There's nothing. There's nothing to do here. And it's at least a 25-30 minute ride in a car to something. Oh well. At least I'm with Sean. Alright guys, well I know I've showed this before in videos. I know Travis was asking me about it the other day, so I'll just show you guys. This is how I cook. I cook in the microwave. I use the Tupperware grill. It does get very hot. It's like a piece of cookware. It's very heavy. It's like a non-stick skillet on both sides. That way it heats up in the microwave. But I basically am making us some little breakfast sandwiches. So I buttered the bread, put the cheese on there. I cooked the bacon. Sorry, my sink is all nasty. But this right here, if you can see, it's got the little holes in it. I put that inside of this. And I cooked the bacon so all the grease goes down to the bottom with those little colander holes. And then I removed that, and then I cooked my scrambled eggs in the same pot with a little bit of the bacon grease. Bacon takes about a minute per piece, and eggs are about 1 minute for two eggs, so depending on your microwave. But all of this is dishwasher safe if you have a dishwasher, with the exception of the grill. I hand wash that like I would cookware. Of course, I hand wash everything in here, but I use this at home for everything. You can make popcorn in this with just popcorn seeds. It does have a top to it, of course, that you would put over it to keep it covered. I am going to put my top on here. Yeah, either way, one way it sits on the ledge, the other way it doesn't. So if you're grilling hamburgers or like a steak or something like that, I mostly do grilled vegetables in this and my little breakfast sandwiches. So I'm going to do about 5 minutes on that, and I'll show you how they look all toasted when they come out. Sean is still working on our fuel issue. I did 5 minutes, and then I did another 3 minutes. So you can see how beautiful toasted the sandwiches are. Cheese is nice and melted. And if you want, you can just let it sit. Just let it sit here. It'll continue to cook it and make it brown for probably 10-15 more minutes until it cools off. So there you go. That's how I cook. It turned out beautiful. We walked over here to the fuel dock, and look at that. They're putting new cables on it. Sean said they're putting new cables on that boat. Interesting. Looks like a shrimp boat. I do believe so. Oh, he's the... Interesting. The things you get to see. And look at that San Antonio boat. It's very pretty. Well, we walked over here to get some fuel. There's our boat right there. And we're gonna get some diesel. So what we did is we had a gas can, and Sean emptied all the gas into our dinghy, and we're gonna put some diesel in it now and take it back to the boat so he can change out the fuel filters. And if you see here, this is what this looks like at Sabine Pass. It has a self-paying fuel dock. So there's oh, remember, I think you do have to do that. Maybe do, how much is it? Is $3.67 a gallon. Yeah, you have to pick how much you want. I remember that lady helping us with that last time, because when we were filling up our boat, we had no idea how much we were going to use. Uh-oh, getting mosquito bit. Oh, this thing. I don't know what that is. It's pool noodles with a basket. I would pull it up by the string, but something might be in there. Something scary might be in there, Sean. Oh, there's the game warden. Look. Look, rich people stay here. They got West Marine dock boxes. Dang. That's a strange looking boat. Yeah, these are the kind of dock boxes we have. Some cheapies. Okay guys, well, you're not gonna believe this. So, we're just sitting inside praying, asking God what to do about this whole boat situation, and because we can't get it to start. We don't know what's wrong with it. Sean's like, I'm not a mechanic and I don't know. So I'm gonna get a rental car. I'm trying to find my cousin to come pick us up. And all of a sudden this guy comes to our boat and he's like, hey, I was working at another boat right over here, and the guy that works here told me that you guys were having problems, and so I'm a diesel mechanic if you guys want me to come in and look at it. So we're like, yes, please. So he just went to go get his tools. He's gonna come back and he's gonna help us look at this messy engine room. And you excited, Sean? We might have a fix?
Yeah.
We might have someone gonna fix this. We're super hoping. At least maybe we'll know what's wrong and he can fix it. If not today, soon. We won't have to pay somebody to drive all the way out here. All right, Mr. Watford. Look, we got all of our stuff packed up, guys. We have bad news.
Yeah. We're not even home.
All right, so what's our verdict, Sean?
We have a lift pump problem. There's a primer at the lift pump. You prime it, and every time you push it, fuel comes out. So obviously it's getting air in it. So we keep bleeding the lines. You bleed the lines, and you turn it over, and just keep, the air just keeps getting sucked into it. So that's what it is. We went through everything. I'm talking about everything. Took the injectors apart, put them back together.
We had that mechanic guy. I talked about him.
Yeah.
He was very helpful.
Yeah. Changing the fuel filters. I did the secondary and the Raycor filters, and the Raycor had some trash in it, which is odd. We don't ever have any problems with this boat with trash.
You're trash.
So I don't know if we got because we got fuel a few days ago. I don't know if it was from there or what, which is kind of odd that we've never had a fuel problem before.
Yeah. But bad fuel would have caused what's wrong?
No.
Okay.
No. I think it may have been leaking before, and I don't
Just
really know.
maybe, okay.
I don't really know. Maybe, yeah.
Well, like Sean said, at least we had a great trip and we didn't happen on the way there.
We're almost home.
Yeah. So what we're doing now is Adria's husband, Mason, my cousin Adria, they live maybe 30, 40 minutes from here. And he's getting off work and going to come pick us up and take us to the airport in Beaumont. And we are going to rent a car. And then we're going to drive that car 2 hours to Kemah, where we keep our boat, to get Sean's truck. And then we're going to drive an hour home. And then return the rental car sometime tomorrow.
As far as getting back, we don't have a clue what
We
we're
have
doing.
no idea when we're going to be able to come back, how that's going to happen. You're not coming without me. I gotta finish this leg of this trip. We got one more stretch, Sean.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, because you work this weekend.
Yeah, I'm starting Monday. I'm working 7 days a week for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So
It's
I don't know.
okay.
I'm gonna have to take a day off, I guess. I have to get it back.
I know. We don't want to pay a captain. Not only do I not want to pay a captain, I don't want to miss out on the
adventure.
on the ride. Yeah, on the adventure.
Yeah, because that one guy I talked to, he said $500 will get it home for you. That's really not a bad price.
No. But I hate to miss out on doing it. Okay, well, it is steady raining here in Sabine Pass. You can hear and probably see the rain here. Yeah, well, we tried to get an Uber. At first, the Uber was like, lickety split, they'll be here in 20 minutes. And then I was like, oh, we're not ready. So I canceled it and then tried to get it again. And there's nobody wants to come pick us up. So Mason's going to come get us. So, all right, well, that's all she wrote. Until next time, guys, we'll finish this trip eventually. But this will be the last video until we make it back down here.
Yeah.
All right. It's been great. It's been fun. It's been real. All right, guys, well... This day has not gone our way at all. So, the last you saw us, we were at the boat, and I had a rental car all lined up at the Beaumont Airport, Port Arthur Airport. And so my cousin, Mason, this is his truck, he comes and picks us up, takes us to the airport. We're like 5 minutes before the rental car place closes, and I rush in, and my schedule rental car is not available because I scheduled it for September the 20th and today's September the 6th. So yeah, no rental car available until tomorrow. So we came to Orange, Texas to Walmart to buy toothbrushes and deodorant because we left all that on the boat because we don't need all that at home, right? And we don't take that kind of stuff back and forth. So yeah, we came and got toothbrushes and stuff like that so we can stay with my cousin for the evening, and she's not even there. So yeah, we the saga continues, guys. It continues.